Tonight on The Edge, the race for the White House goes through Michigan. Tonight, presumptive presidential Democratic nominee Kamala Harris campaigned with her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz in Romulus.
Earlier today, Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance campaigned at a private event with Shelby Township Police. We'll have more on that in a moment.
But first, the Harris-Walz campaign stopped this evening in Romulus.
The vice president and our running mate energizing the crowd just 2 days after joining forces to try to win the White House in November. Fox 2's Dave Kinchin takes us to the event.
Michigan Democrats giving a rock star's welcome to Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, as they made their way off of Air Force 2 to a crowd of thousands in an airplane hangar at Detroit Metro Airport Wednesday night.
Good evening, Detroit!
Harris making her 5th visit to Michigan this year, but her first as the now official Democratic nominee for the presidency in arguably one of the most competitive of battleground states this election cycle, where automotive jobs, reproductive policy, jobs, and the economy are just some of the issues that reign supreme.
We fight for a future where every worker has the freedom to join a union, where every senior can retire with dignity, a future with affordable housing, affordable child care, affordable health care, and paid leave. A future where we build a broad-based economy where every American has an opportunity to own a home, to start a business, and to build wealth.
Harris making her pitch for why she says her plan for Michigan is better than that of former President Donald Trump, as the crowd chanted, "Lock him up."
Hold on. You know what? Here, hold on. Here's the thing. The courts are going to handle that. We're going to beat them in November.
Pro-Palestinian protesters interrupting the vice president's stump speech, shouting out opposition to the ongoing war in Gaza.
I'm here because we believe in democracy. Everyone's voice matters, but I am speaking now.
A large number of rally-goers ushered out of the event early due to the high temps and humidity.
We need a medic over there, please. There should be medics in each corner. We're good? Okay. All right.
But the energy remained strong.
And when we fight, we win! God bless you.
Vice President Harris will remain in Michigan until tomorrow. She will rally with members of the UAW before taking her campaign to the battleground state of North Carolina. At Detroit Metro Airport, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
And in Shelby Township, Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance addressed a small group of Republican donors and elected officials.
And some of the talking points were illegal border crossings, fentanyl, and policing. Vance has been criticized for being too serious and angry. So Fox 2's Charlie Langton posed this question.
What makes you smile? What makes you happy?
Well, I smile at a lot of things, including bogus questions from the media, man.
Langton defended his question, saying it wasn't bogus. During the event, Vance took the opportunity to criticize Vice President Harris.
I can't believe that anyone would actually think that you should open up the American southern border to all of these criminals. You should let them commit crimes in our communities, and then you should refuse to deport them afterwards, and that's exactly what Kamala Harris has done.
Both the Harris, Walz, and Trump-Vance campaigns also held events in Eau Claire, Wisconsin today, trying to gain an edge on that Midwest swing state. It took more than a year and an extensive investigation, but tonight, the man believed to have killed Detroit neurosurgeon Devon Hoover is now in custody and facing charges.
It appears the suspect, 34-year-old Desmond Burks, had an intimate relationship with the doctor. Investigators found the two men communicated with each other using electronic devices around 4,000 times. Text messages revealed that on occasion, the suspect charged Dr. Hoover for sexual services. Investigators have not offered a motive at this time, but following Hoover's death, his bank accounts were immediately raided, and his Range Rover, cell phone, wallet, money, bank cards, and Cartier watches went missing.
On the date of the homicide, Desmond Burks is seen on surveillance camera parking Dr. Hoover's Range Rover. We're going to take our time to make sure that we get it right.
In a tragic twist of fate, we've learned that while Burks was being investigated for Dr. Hoover's murder, he allegedly killed another man. The 34-year-old was arrested for a road rage incident back in April. Prosecutors say he punched a 67-year-old man in Dearborn who died from that hit. Also tonight, trapped in her body and fears of being trapped in her home. A woman weighing over 800 pounds reaches out to Fox 2 for help.
After a stay in the hospital, Joanna Bates learns that she can't return to her high-rise apartment. Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack joins us live with this really sad predicament. Jessica, I mean, what are her options at this point?
That's the thing. This is a very complicated one, Taryn. And regardless to how she got to 825 pounds, she's here, and it is a sad situation. Now, the hospital where she is at in Wayne, Corewell Health Wayne, they want to discharge her, saying her condition has stabilized, possibly within the next 24 hours. However, her size has been deemed a fire hazard, meaning she can't return home to her apartment. It's a real possibility in the next 48 hours, she won't have anywhere to go.
I approximately weigh 825 pounds.
That's 825 pounds.
I haven't been outside. Yeah, about 2 years I haven't been outside.
A prisoner in her 8th-story apartment in Wayne.
A normal day is just, I'm just laying in the bed. I had nothing to do.
A prisoner in her own body.
I just can't keep living like this. I want to be free.
33-year-old Joanna Bates struggled with weight her whole life, relying lately on her mom for care.
My mom is 53. And I don't want her to be taking care of me. I'm supposed to take care of her.
The last few years, she's gotten worse.
Back in 2018, my boyfriend was murdered in front of me. So I kind of hid from the world, and it just kind of got out of hand.
Since then, she gained more than 200 pounds. Her lymphedema, which is extreme fluid buildup in her legs, like you see here, causes bed sores.
Almost like a knife that's being turned, constantly going through my legs.
It got real bad last month.
So I called 911. And they were trying to figure out a way to get me out the house. They wanted to tie me up to the ropes to bring me out the window, but I was scared.
15 first responders were able to fit her into the elevator and get her by ambulance to Corewell Health Wayne Hospital. But now her condition is controlled. She says the hospital and Medicare want her discharged. Her size makes her a fire hazard, so she can't go home either.
They're trying to give me a lower floor, but right now it's nothing available. So it's like I don't have nowhere to go.
Joanna has until midnight Wednesday to make an appeal to Medicare to buy her time at the hospital, but she's also at the whim of Section 8 housing, which can take weeks to process a move.
I just want the help. I don't want to be like this anymore. I'm tired. My body is tired. And I don't want to.
Corewell Health tells us they can't comment on specifics of her situation because of HIPAA. Now, Joanna says she's trying to find other living accommodations, but there's very few places that are affordable that can accommodate someone her size. Reporting live, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
Well, Jessica, we know that there's a lot of generous people out there. If some apartment owner or first floor owner of any sort of place offers, would she be willing to move and live there for a while and maybe help speed up this transition?
And that was part of it, Taryn. She reached out to us hoping that maybe just sharing her story, that someone would be generous, maybe donate a couple of months until the Section 8 housing can get sorted out. She does want to change her way of life, and I really think this whole situation has been a wake-up call for her.
Oh, let's hope. She's certainly been through a lot, so we're hoping for the best. Thanks so much for that story, Jessica.
In the wake of the rain we had yesterday, today was a beauty of a day. Lots of sunshine and low humidity, a light breeze from the north and east. Here's our next weather system. It's up over the western Great Lakes. There are some showers in the UP in northern Wisconsin as well. But for the time being, it's all quiet in our part of the state. We're still watching Tropical Storm Debbie. Top winds 60 miles per hour, pretty close to Charleston and Myrtle Beach. It's going to be moving north. But again, the main threat is going to be rain, and that rain is going to spread from central North Carolina all the way up into Pennsylvania and New York State over the next 2 to 3 days. That is not coming our way. We still have that flood warning close to Hamburg along the Huron River, where the water there continues to rise from all the rain we had yesterday. Obviously, keep your kids away from all those high water areas. Today, 80 degrees for high, 60 the low. That's a few degrees below where we should be for this time of year. 71 Detroit, 61 in Howell. A little cooler up there around Lapeer as well. There's that flow, pretty light from the north and east. 71 Chicago, 62 in Ludington. There's 72 down in Pittsburgh. High pressure keeps us dry for tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow night, there could be a spotty shower with our next cold front, and that cold front will bring somewhat cooler numbers here for the weekend. 63 tonight, very comfortable. Tomorrow, we're back to 82 with more clouds and more humidity. And then check out that 7-day forecast. Boy, it's quiet into the middle part of next week. Numbers over the weekend in the middle 70s. We'll check it for you starting at 4 a.m.